Picture this. A 22-year-old South African artist goes from posting covers online to winning a Grammy in just a few years. Sounds too good to be true, right? That's exactly what many fans thought about Tyla. But the truth behind her meteoric rise is more complex and surprising than you might expect. You see, Tyla's journey from Johannesburg to global stardom happened at breakneck speed. Her hit single Water skyrocketed to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. And before anyone could catch their breath, she was clutching a Grammy. Of course, success like that don't just happen overnight. Or does it? This sudden fame left many scratching their heads. How did an unknown artist from South Africa become a worldwide sensation so quickly? The whispers started. Industry planned, they said. But is that really the whole story? As we peel back the layers of Tyla's rise to stardom, you will find there is more than that meets the eye in this tale of talent, timing, and, well, let's not just spoil the surprise just yet. But before we jump to conclusions, let's rewind the clock and trace Tyla's journey from the bustling streets of Johannesburg to the glittering lights of global stardom. You see, Tyla's sit-out story isn't just about overnight success. It's a tale of determination, secret ambitions, and a few unexpected twists. Growing up in Johannesburg, South Africa, Tyla was just like any other kid with big dreams. But there was one small problem. Her parents weren't exactly thrilled about her musical ambitions. In fact, they were so concerned that they enforced a strict no social media policy. Talk about a roadblock for an aspiring artist in the digital age. But Tyla wasn't about to let that stop here. Like many teens with a rebellious streak, she started sneaking behind her parents' back. Instead of sneaking out to parties, though, Tyla was uploading videos of herself singing to YouTube and Instagram. Pretty clever, right? Her influences were a mix of R&B legends like Stevie Wonder and Whitney Houston, along with Afrobeat stars such as Wizkid and Burna Boy. Tyla even tried their luck by DMing her music to famous stars and posting cover videos of popular tracks. I was DMing tons of people across the industry my covers in original music, Tyla admitted. Now here's where things get interesting. In 2019, a man named Garth Van Glen stumbled across Tyla's social media posts. Van Glen, a director and photographer, also happened to be the founder of a record label called Flourish and Multiply, FAX. He sent Tyla an email offering his services, which at first she thought was a scam. I mean, wouldn't you be skeptical? Turns out this wasn't just some random guy sliding into her DMs. Van Glen became Tyla's first manager after meeting with her and her parents. He even offered a studio loft to record music and do photo and video shoots. Talk about a lucky break. But hold on, because there's more to this story. According to South African YouTuber and podcast host Mark G, there were some juicy rumors floating around. Apparently, Van Glen had previously been involved with another South African artist, Showman Josie, for whom he was shooting videos. The gossip mill suggested that Van Glen started dating Tyla after breaking up with Manjosi. Now, we can confirm if there is any truth to these rumors, but it certainly adds an interesting layer to the story, doesn't it? Even with Van Glen's support, Tyla's path wasn't exactly smooth sailing. Her parents were still pushing for her to attend university and get a stable education. It took some serious pleading, but eventually they agreed to let her take a one-year break to pursue music full-time. During this gap year in 2019, Tyla started working with a South African producer named Coldrink. Interestingly, Coldrink had been living with Von Glenn and had previously worked as Showman Josie's engineer. Small world, right? Together they created Tyla's signature sound, which they dubbed Popiano. In October 2019, Tyla released her debut single, Getting Late, through FAX Records, with production by Coldrink. The music video, directed by none other than Von Glenn himself, was released in 2021 and went viral, ranking up over 9 million views on YouTube. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic threw a wreck in the works, delaying the music video shoot, but sometimes a setback can lead to an even bigger comeback. When a snippet of the video was finally posted on Twitter, it catapulted Tyla to fame. As we dig deeper into Tyla's rapid rise to fame, we uncover a web of industry connections that might even be the most seasoned music executives raise an eyebrow. You see, after the success of her debut single, Getting Late, Tyla didn't just catch the attention of a few record labels, she sparkled an all-out bidding war. Picture this: every major label in the industry suddenly clamoring to sign a relatively unknown artist from South Africa. Is the kind of scenario most musicians can only dream of. But for Tyla, it was reality. At the end of this high-stakes battle, Epic Records emerged victoriously. Now you might be thinking, so what? A talented artist got signed? What's the big deal? Well, here's where things get interesting. Epic Records didn't just sign Tyla, they went all in. We are talking about a level of investment that would make most accountants break out in a cold sweat. Remember that trip to Dubai that Tyla took? Turns out it wasn't just a vacation. Epic Records flew ahead there for a writing camp, bringing in songwriters and producers from America, Europe, and Africa. Ezekiel Lewis, the president of Epic Records, admitted it was very expensive undertaking, but felt Tyla was worth it. That's quite a vote of confidence for a new artist, wouldn't you agree? But the investment didn't just stop there. Epic Records plugged Tyla as an opening act on Chris Brown's Under the Influence tour. They ensured she received extensive promotion and media coverage, lending her appearances on mainstream stages like The Voice, Jimmy Fallon, and even Kai Cenat popular streams. Is the kind of exposure most new artists can only dream of. And let's not forget about Tyla's management team. Her core manager, Colin Guile, isn't just any industry newcomer. He's got connections deeper than the Mariana Trench, having worked with hip-hop legends like 50 Cent, Eminem, Nas, and Mary J. Blige. Talk about having friends in high places. Of course, all this support paid off in a big way. Tyla's single Water became a viral phenomenon, peaking at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. She even became the highest charting African female solo artist in history. Not too shabby for someone who was posting covers on social media just a few years earlier. But here's where things get really interesting. Remember Tyla's first manager, Garth Von Glenn? Well, it turns out his record label, FAX, formed a joint venture with Epic Records to support Tyla's career. And that hit song Water, it got a remix from none other than Travis Scott, who just happens to be signed by Epic Records and works closely with their CEO, Sylvia Ron. Coincidence? Maybe or maybe not. All these connections, the massive investments, the rapid rise to fame, it's enough to make anyone suspicious. The whispers of industry plans grew louder. After all, how often does an artist with just one released song ink a deal with one of the biggest labels in the industry? But before we jump to conclusions, let's remember that success in the music industry is really a simple story. Yes, Tyla had incredible support and investment behind her, but does that negate her talent, her hard work, the unique sound she brings to the table? As we continue to unravel this tale, you might find the truth is more complex and surprising than we ever imagined. As we dig deeper into Tyla's story, the line between genuine talent and industry machinations becomes increasingly blurred. You see, Tyla herself has addressed the whispers head-on, claiming that being labeled an industry plant is a major misconception. I mean, everyone is going to get that. That comes from a social media viral moment. She explains, "People don't know how hard I have worked and how hard my team has worked to get here. But here's where things get interesting. While Tyla insists on hard work and talent, the role of social media in her rise can be ignored. TikTok in particular played a crucial part in catapulting her to fame. It's a classic case of the modern music industry. Talent meets algorithm and suddenly a star is born." Of course, this rapid ascent hasn't come without its skeptics. Some industry watchers have raised eyebrows at the level of support Tyla received right out of the gate. With experienced professionals like Colin Guile and Silver Rowan in her corner, it's hard not to wonder, was Tyla's success carefully orchestrated from the start? The motives behind positioning Tyla as an industry plant are complex. On one hand, there is the undeniable appeal of a fresh, first talent from South Africa breaking into the global scene. It's a great narrative, the kind that music executives dream about. On the other hand, the speed and scale of his success raise questions about authenticity in an industry known for manufacturing stars. Now, let's not forget the challenges of breaking into the global music scene from Africa. It's a path wrought with obstacles, from limited resources to few opportunities. Tyla's ability to overcome these barriers is impressive, regardless of the help she received along the way. In fact, her journey highlights a key point. Success in the music industry is rarely, if ever, a solo effort. Even the most talented artists need support, connections, and yes, a bit of luck to make it big. This brings us to the heart of the matter, the conflicting perspectives on Tyla's authenticity. Some praise her undeniable talent and work ethic, pointing to her journey from posting covers online to Grammy success as proof of her genuine artistry. Others can't stop but focus on the significant industry backing she received, questioning whether her rise was manufactured than organic. The truth, as it often does, likely lies somewhere in the middle. Tyla's success is a product of both her talent and the industry machine that recognized and amplified it. Whether you want to call her an industry plant or not, there's no doubt that Tyla has had a lot of help getting to where she's at. But that does not negate her talent or hard work. That's a question each listener will have to answer for themselves. In the end, Tyla's story serves as a fascinating case study of how stars are made in the modern music industry. It's a world where talent, social media savvy, and industry connections all play crucial roles. And as we have seen with Tyla, sometimes these elements combine in a way that leave us questioning what's real and what's manufactured. Just when you thought you had Tyla's story figured out, there's a twist that can change your perspective. You see, while the industry machine played a significant role in her rise, Tyla's talent and potential can be ignored. In fact, many are now seeing her as Africa's first real shot at a global pop star. Tyla's journey highlights a new reality in the music industry. Success isn't just about raw talent or industry connections. It's about finding the perfect balance between the two. As Tyla herself put it, Imagine people don't know how hard I have worked and how hard my team has worked to get here. This blend of genuine artistry and strategic industry support is redefining what it means to make it big in music. It turns out the line between organic success and being an industry plant isn't as clear-cut as we once thought.